The custom template allows MAD app builders to display a variety of elements on a single screen, as well as create in-app questionnaires in which feedback can be effectively collected from end users. Text and media can be brought together using simple components. It also includes radio buttons, checklists, drop-down windows, and more. Here's a guide to its functionality. Start by clicking Add Screen, then selecting the Custom Template icon to open it as you do any other template. Once it's opened, click the green button labeled Open Template. Name the screen and title bar, and remember that you can save at any time while you're working on a template. We recommend you save your work often. Now, let's look at the components. The header component allows you to create section headings. Remember though to just use the title bar if there's only one section. You can adjust the size, color, weight, style, and alignment of the header. The paragraph component is for adding text to the screen. Like with the header, text of a paragraph can be customized. Each paragraph can even be linked to a URL. The image upload component is for adding photos to the screen. You can add a title and description to each one, and it can be imported from either your computer or the internet. Use the width and height percentage scales as needed. And keep in mind, images imported from your computer cannot exceed 2 megabytes in size. The video upload component is for adding videos to the screen. You can add a description to each one, and it can be imported from various online sources. Use the width and height percentage scales as needed, and be sure to click the Attach button. Now let's look at the rest of the components, which can be used to get feedback from the end user. The input box component is for collecting short responses from the end user. The placeholder displays inline text, which is overwritten by the end user. Different types of input, like email addresses, phone numbers, etc., can be entered as well. For all of these feedback components, you can add a help button and describe whether the field is required. The text area component is for collecting longer responses. As with the input box, the placeholder displays inline text, which is overwritten by the end user. The checkbox component is for collecting multiple choice type responses with options for more than one answer for each question. You can use the label option to display a question, then the options section for entering choices. The radio group component is for collecting one multiple choice type response per question. Like the checkbox component, you can use the label option to display a question, then the options section to enter the choices. The drop-down component is also for collecting multiple choice type responses. As with the previous components, you can use the label option to display a question, then the options section to enter choices. The date picker component allows the end user to select a meeting time. You can use the label option to display an offer to select a date. The date field allows the end user to enter a choice. Finally, there's the button component. This allows the end user to send the input they provided back to the app's creator, or to reset the input they've entered. There are multiple styles which can be selected, and a custom response can be generated. Multiple input sections can be handled by the button, and information will come to the app creator in an organized email message. Once you're done, make sure you save the screen. The last step, of course, is to return to the content phase, find the referring button, and program it to open your new screen.